The Big Sick is in theaters nationwide this week and locally at the Palms 10 Theater at 7 p.m. tonight and all throughout the course of the weekend. It's getting early Oscar buzz. It's that good. It's a comedy. It's based on the true life of the star Kumail Nanjiani and his wife Emily Gordon, and I'm pleased to say that Kumail and Emily are on the Mocklink TV Celebrity Fiber Hotline. Let's say hello to those guys. Hey!
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm so good. You guys are on the radio in the great state of Iowa, so welcome.
Oh,
hello, Iowa.
You know, I went to school in Iowa.
I know. You went to Grinnell. So, guys, I think we have a mutual friend. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Mike Bridenstine. Do you know Mike?
Oh wow.
Are you joking?
No,
Yeah,
so you're actually on the radio in Muscatine, Iowa, whereas that's where Mike's from. So this is super cool, right?
Oh, my God. So we just gonna reach the Bridenstines. We just want his family to go see this movie.
That's it.
We're really in the Bridenstine market right now.
That's
So
right.
that's good.
That's our demo.
Well, luckily for you guys, there's like 10,000 people in his family, so it's going to work out extremely well.
I've met a bunch of them.
Yeah, so I even think I saw a picture of I don't know if it was both of you guys and Mike at the Field of Dreams or just Kumail and Mike, but I was like, this is so great, I can't wait. And then we were just excited because The Big Sick officially hits the theater down the street from us tonight, and then here I get to talk to you guys. So this is very cool because this is a movie, guys. I saw the first preview months ago, and I just thought like, oh my gosh, I love this. I can't wait to see it. It's like, it's not a superhero movie. It's a real movie on a real story with real people. And just thank you for sharing your story because we need a movie like The Big Sick so bad.
Oh,
my
God.
God.
Thank you so much. That's so lovely.
Yeah, that's very nice to hear. Thank you. I just remembered there's a picture that we use in the movie, I think, the picture was me, Emily, and Bridenstine, and we had to crop Bridenstine out, and it's just me and Emily. Emily, do you remember that picture?
I have the picture. It actually went up on my Instagram recently, but we didn't use it because we couldn't crop him out properly to make it not look weird. So
it just looked like there was a creep staring at us.
That is so fantastic. So I guess so for my audience that hasn't seen a trailer or doesn't know the story, Emily, you unfortunately, this is such a weird thing to like talk about because it's your real life. So I imagine you're at the point where when people say, so Emily, you were in a coma for 8 days and then Kumail had to hang out with your parent. Like, it's got to be so maddening.
So casual. Everything's
right?
Very casual.
Why is it so casual? But you were in a coma, and I guess my question is, how long had you guys been together before you went into the coma?
We've been together about 8 or 9 months when I got sick.
Oh, my gosh.
And in the movie, it's 5 months. And we want to stress to your audience that it is a comedy. It sounds very heavy.
Very funny.
But it's a funny movie. And, you know, it's one of those, like, movies that kind of has everything. But it is primarily a comedy.
And the cast is unbelievable. Holly Hunter, Ray Romano. I think I'm even more excited because I'm a huge Michael Showalter fan. So the fact that he directed it, like... I mean,
me too. It's kind of crazy that we got to work with him. And that's what's cool is like he's so funny, and I've known him, you know, for years through his work. But he's also like a kind of an old romantic, and he's very sensitive, and he was kind of a perfect fit for this movie because he has all the qualities that the movie has too.
He's also the weirdest man you've ever met.
He's very strange. That's true.
You know what,
though? He spills his coffee constantly.
I was going to say, if you would have told me he was like just a normal dude, I would have been disappointed because he seems so eccentric and great. And I wonder when you guys, because it is a true story and you want to have probably as much creative control and stick to some truths, but maybe not let everything be shared on the screen. Was it tough to make this, or was it easy because you kind of got to shepherd it with people like Judd and you know Michael? So talk about that for a little bit.
Well, I think one thing that was great about it is that we trusted all of them, and we knew from the start that we all kind of wanted to make the same movie. So we felt safe with them. We felt like our story was safe with them. And then Judd Apatow, Barry Mendel, and Michael Showalter, all three of them really, really kind of drilled into us how important it was that this we take some creative license with the story and that we not stick so much, you know, it can't just be our story. It needs to become a story that's like cinematic and interesting and fun to watch on screen. And so them really drilling that into us kind of gave us permission to kind of have some fun with it and do some kind of take some turns and change some characterizations. And I think that really helped the movie too. So it was this combination of us trusting them with the real story and them trusting us to like take license with that real story. I think all that stuff helped.
And I think what you were saying is interesting. You know, when you're doing something based on your real life, it's an advantage and it's a disadvantage. It's an advantage because you live through it, so you know what feels real. And it's a disadvantage in that you're sort of revisiting parts of your life that were like very difficult to go through, and you sort of have to relive them. You have to go through them again. So ultimately, it makes the product better, but the making of the product can be pretty trying.
I can't wait to see it. I'm going to tell my wife that we're going at 7 p.m. tonight because I saw the poster at our movie theater last week, and I was so excited for it, guys. I mean, and
Thank you, and I want to say, you know, there's like Spider-Man and Apes are out. You want to see those movies? We get it. Just buy a ticket for our movie and sneak into Spider-Man. They've made enough money.
Well, listen, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I saw Spider-Man and I enjoyed it, but I'm also like, you know, some of my favorite movies are like Royal Tenenbaums, and I like those quirky comedies and everything that I've seen, and I almost don't want to see too many previews for The Big Sick because I know it's going to be so great. And isn't it interesting, guys, in like 2017 how I don't know if saying how important, but like you have 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's incredible. Like people that have seen this, that have reviewed it, that do that for a living, have absolutely loved it. So that's got to be a little reassuring as well, right?
Yeah.
It's a very lovely feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really exciting to like, you know, have Leonard Walton, who I've grown up reading, read a review that he wrote about the movie you based on your life and have it be really positive. It's really overwhelming. And I also want to say, you mentioned Royal Tenenbaums. One of the producers of Royal Tenenbaums, Barry Mendel, is actually one of the producers of The Big Sick. He did Royal Tenenbaums, and he did, he did like the first 3 or 4 Wes Anderson movies after Bottle Rocket.
Wow, when Bottle Rocket was so great as well. And Kumail, for you, Kumail, for you, being from Pakistan and having this as a lead role in a movie that might have some Oscar buzz, that's just it's got to be so great because people from Pakistan that are professional actors, they get marginalized so often. So for you, with your background in comedy and writing and producing things, I mean, it's such a wonderful thing, and that's a weird thing to say because it's 2017, and you would hope that people wouldn't be marginalized anymore, but you know, it still seems to be happening in places, right?
Yeah, it's a real back and forth. You know, I think the biggest, most important thing is, and again, our movie is just a comedy. We didn't make it to have any sort of social message or anything, but I feel like right now when people think of Pakistan, they get a certain image in their head, and I think it's important for people to understand that there are as many different kinds of Pakistanis as there are different kinds of people, you know, like
Sure.
Some of us are nice, some of us are not nice, some of us are funny, some of us are boring. We're just like you.
Well, listen, guys, I know you're on a tight schedule with all these radio interviews, but I just want to say I'm so happy for you, and I'm assuming that you'll get to take a break from publicity and just get to enjoy your lives. But The Big Sick is in theaters nationwide. On a local level, we can see it at 7 o'clock tonight and then all throughout the weekend. I can't wait to check it out. Thank you for the time, and please come see us again in the state of Iowa when you're able.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Of course, absolutely.
And I wanted to tell you, actually, tonight, one night only, we're doing a thing called The Bigger Sick. We're showing the movie, and then after that, we're showing a 10-minute-long documentary about the comedy tour we did to promote it. So it's me, Judd Apatow, Ray Romano, AD, Kurt. It's sort of a documentary about the whole tour, and that's only for tonight.
Well, then I definitely have to go see it, and I'll give the Bridenstines your best, okay?
All right.
Please do.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.